You're welcome to yet another edition of Gist with Kaycee. Today I'm going to be having a very interesting guest. He is a leadership doctor and his name is Mr. Fadumiye. But join me to write and get to know more about this leadership doctor. But before we do that, please subscribe and click on the notification buttons for you to get more information on juicy interviews. Thank you. So join me as we ride into his life. You're welcome, Doctor.
Thank you very much. It's a privilege to be here.
So we want to know who Fadumiye is. Who is Fadumiye?
Okay, so like you rightly said, my name is Ayo Fadumiye, and I'm a father of 4 children. I'm married, and I'm also a pastor. I manage also a company called Leadership Edge Consult. It's an empowerment outfit. We help people to deliver and to discover their leadership potentials as well. And I'm a trainer, I'm a speaker. I'm also an NLP practitioner as well. And that's pretty much what...
So going to the leadership, because I know that you have on all your social media handles, it's the leadership doctor. Yes. And I've gotten to listen to virtually a lot that you have posted and everything. So what brought about this passion?
Okay, so sometime in 2006, I had a conversation with my mentor, Reverend Sam Adeyemi. So we had a discussion, and that time, because I'm close to him, he's my mentor, so he has an unusual passion for leadership. And you know that associations always bring some level of robbing of that grace. So I started having a hunger for leadership, and I spoke to him about it, that it's like I'm having like a direction towards that line. He said, why not go for it? As long as God is telling you to go for it. And so I started with what is called Leaders Connect, somewhere around the Gondo. So we kept on holding that meeting 2006. And the more you speak about leadership, the hungrier you become. So, and that's how my journey into leadership started. And since then, we've been growing and improving on that journey up to date.
And concerning teaching on leadership, we have various aspects.
Yes.
So, but what area have you focused on?
Okay, leadership is a broad topic.
Yes.
So, and I am focused on personal leadership as it relates to your relevance in the society. How that you can start leading from yourself, to organizational development, organizational leadership, relational leadership, inspirational leadership. So mine is focused on personal leadership, personal discovery, self-discovery, self-improvement, for community relevance, community impact, societal, making a difference in the society, and that is what I'm focused on.
So, sir, are you saying now that you are focused on training people to become leaders?
Yes, I'm focused on training people to become leaders, better leaders, exceptional leaders.
So do you take this to, because when we say you want to get leaders now, are we talking about from your target is from the young people, or the ones that are old and are leaders and you just want them to be better leaders? Who are we looking at now?
So what we are looking at in my own journey of leadership is from those who aspire to be leaders, those who are emerging as leaders, and also those who are established as leaders. So we have 3 categories: aspiring, emerging, and established. So we're taking them from the youth, like you said, which is one of our passion, and then to those who are emerging, growing, and then those who have grown, and they want to start raising leaders. So that's our passion.
So what are the essential qualities of a good leader?
Okay, there are quite a lot, So the essential qualities of a leader, first I would say a leader must have what is called self-awareness. That's why I said I start with personal leadership. Okay, he or she must must have discovered himself. Discovery means, he must have a self-awareness. He must understand his strength. He must understand his weaknesses. He must understand his threat. He must understand his opportunities as an individual. So first and foremost is the self-awareness, and then secondly we look at the vision aspect, because there is no leadership without vision. So you must have personal vision for your life. You must have personal vision for your company. You must have personal vision for your organization. You must have personal vision for your family. And then also we look at responsibility. Absolute. Taking charge of the result of your life. Nobody to blame. You are to be blamed for everything that happens to you. That's also part of a trait of leadership. And also, we can also look at resilience, which is one of the traits of Nigerians. We can go through anything and still come out stronger. We are very strong in terms of adversity, and quite a lot. There's so many traits that makes for good leadership.
Okay, so how do you help leaders identify that they have some qualities like that? Because there are some people that don't know that they have that leadership quality. How do you help them identify it?
Okay, so what we do is there's what is called, for our training, we have assessment. We have leadership assessment. We run leadership assessment. There are questions we ask, that helps them to find that leadership potential that is inside of them. And also, we believe in our organization and as an individual that God made everyone a leader. It is now left for you to find the leader within you. So everybody is created as leaders. We are all created as leaders. However, God has given us certain gifts for us to express that leadership. So we help people to tell them that, look, you are a leader. You don't need title, you don't need position to be a leader. Because in our days, in our generation, when you hear leadership, what people are thinking of is titles. When they say, who is the leader of Nigeria? People are talking about the president. Who is the leader? So when I do training, one of the questions I ask them when I start my training is that, what is the name of the leader? Who is the leader of this organization? And you find people mentioning the name of the CEO, mentioning the name of the manager. And I tell them at the end of the day that you are the leader of this organization. He is just a leader by title, but the leadership I'm talking about here is by mindset. Leadership by your thought pattern. So we help people to let them to understand that, look, if you can offer certain things, then you are a leader. So basically that is what we do: assessment and also knowledge sharing as well.
Okay. Sir, how do you also address weakness in these leaders? Because definitely, I'm sure you must have met leaders and you have seen some weaknesses in many of them. So how do you address them in their different levels?
Okay, so addressing leadership weakness, first and foremost, what I tell people is that the knowledge of your weakness, right, is the beginning of your strength. So when you know that you are weak in a particular area, you just gather strength. Because the moment you don't have an understanding that you are weak, you will never succeed in that area. So we help them to understand that, look, you are weak in this area. And it can also be a function of your temperament, because I know that we have 4 different kinds of temperaments, which we also include in our leadership training. We have the sanguine, the melancholy, and then the phlegmatic, and then the choleric. It affects our leadership expression. For instance, the choleric guy now, whether he likes it or not, he just wants to get everything done. He doesn't want to care whether anybody is hurt or not. His results. You understand? Whilst the phlegmatic is a little bit reserved. I don't want people to see me. I'm just behind the scene. And then the sanguine, everywhere comes alive, anywhere it enters. People like to migrate or navigate towards a sanguine leader because an excited person, right? The melancholy is a deep thinker. He likes structure, system, he likes paperwork, processes. So, but all of this has its own weakness. So I tell leaders, if you are weak in a particular area, delegate. If you are weak in a particular area, staff that area. If you are not good in paper, employ somebody that is good in paper. And then that area is covered for you. If you are not good in organizing meetings, apply someone that can organize meeting for you. So you are able to staff or delegate for that particular weakness, why else you function in your own area of strength. So our weaknesses are there so that somebody can be the strength to that weaknesses.
So how do you foster growth in many of these? I would take that question to people that are leaders that you have privileges to go and do conferences with them. How do you foster growth in their midst?
Okay, so one of the things that we tell them about growth is first internal before it becomes external. So if you are not growing as a leader, whatever you are involved in will not grow. For instance, I said I'm a pastor. If you don't grow as a pastor, you have limited the growth of your ministry. The same thing, if you don't grow as a leader of a company, you have limited the growth of that. Because just like when you are driving, and then you have like a traffic, like what do they call it, I think, a roadblock. You understand what I'm saying? And then you're like, what is wrong? What is happening? What's going on? It's just one car that actually broke down, and because of that, we all line up behind the car, except they push the car away, or except there is another way.
Sure.
So the reason why we are all truncated or we are stalled is because somebody refused to move forward. So in the same company as well, in the same vein, if the leader refuses to grow, we will not grow. Because the growth of a leader gives an environment for the follower to also grow. So we tell them, number one, you have to, like what you said, know your weaknesses, delegate, you give opportunity for people to grow. And number two, leaders must develop themselves. We must, go for personal training. As a leader, we must read books. So you can never grow, you can never be above knowledge. Yeah, you must hunt for knowledge. You understand? The limit of your leadership development is the limit of your knowledge. Ignorance is very expensive in these days. So you can't say you don't know anything as a leader. So you have to keep growing and keep learning. So learning is the environment for growth.
So what role does self-awareness come into play to develop leadership?
Okay, so you need to be aware of, like I said, when I was talking about self-awareness, weaknesses, strength, opportunities, and threats. So if I know my weaknesses, then I know where to develop, where to grow, where to mature in. You understand what I'm saying? And so, for instance, I don't like process or the system and all of that. So what I do is that I get books in case I don't get people. I get books and read, learn about system, learn about structure. And then in learning those things, I have a little bit of knowledge. Then I can employ somebody to help me in that area. And then we can have conversations where I will begin to say some terminology, see too will say some terminology, and we have an understanding. You understand? So I feel that as leaders, if you understand yourself, you will understand where you need help. The reason why many leaders they feel that they don't need help is because they don't understand themselves. So look at yourself very well and see the areas where you need help. You either go for people, or you go for a book, or you go for a seminar. And that's why we have a lot that is going on in our generation. So nobody has an excuse of being ignorant anymore. There is no excuse.
The social media
is there, everything is there. ChatGPT is there.
AI has even come into play again.
Everything is there. So to be ignorant now is expensive, but it's a shame.
It's a shame.
It's a shame to be ignorant in this generation. It's filled with so much knowledge. If you want to learn how to cook now, it's possible.
It's possible.
Just go to YouTube.
Press it.
Press it and say, I want to cook for you. And they will tell you how to do it. So to be ignorant is better. Ignorance is ignoring. That's the word. Ignoring information. It's not that it's not there. It's there, but you just chose not to look at it.
So, Doctor, now we're going to your coaching methodology.
Okay.
What are the patterns that you use now to relay your teachings to people? Because you would have, as we have been saying, that you have different kind of people. So, what are the patterns you use to relay to different people?
Okay, so what we do is that we run trainings. Like I said, we run corporate trainings. I get invitations to come and train organizations, and through referrals. So I've been able to train various companies. And then also when it comes to personal, if the personal coaching is more of a conversational kind of coaching where we discuss what area do you need help. Is it in the area of team building? Is it in the area of team dynamics? Is it in the area of inspiring people? Is it in the area of motivating people? So we come to converse, and then we have conversations along that line. So, and then also mentoring as well. We also can express our leadership intervention through mentoring. We mentor individuals, mostly young people, you know, through our books and then through discussions and question and answers, because a lot of people have questions that need to be answered. Otherwise, they will not discover themselves. So, for instance, in some of my training, I have about 30 questions for self-discovery that you can ask yourself. If you answer those questions honestly, you will leave that session knowing who you are. So we have various platforms and various ways by which we help people to find themselves.
We'll also ask you challenges, because I don't think it would have been rosy or true.
Right.
Have you had challenges?
Yes. So like I said, 2016 I started. 2006 I started. It's quite young then. So you have the challenge of, does he have something to offer? Is he serious? What certificate does he have? Has he gone to school? Has he finished? And then sometimes when I get invited, a lot of people have like a picture of the kind of person that is coming. Maybe like one big person that is coming, you understand? So by the time you enter, they say, is it this person? Is this the person that we're looking for? Because you don't look at you and but because you have a mentor who has told you that or he has counseled you that it's not age, then normally it's not your size. He said, as long as you have something to say, people will listen to you. He said, so go and have, so that you can have something to say. So how do you have? Go for knowledge hunting, learn here and there, gather information, and that has informed my own passion for books and seminars and all of that. So I've done that quite a lot, and I'm still doing it now. I'm still taking online courses. I'm still reading books, I've written books as well. So by the time you stand and speak, when they hear you, then all those limitations will not begin to fall down, and then they will. So we have quite a lot of challenges along that line, and eventually those challenges became meal for us, because it's normal. So we just feel that it's normal for us to go there, and they will feel that you don't have anything to say. Just open your mouth and say something, then they will know you have something to say. You understand? So it's so normal.
In fact, my leadership doctor now.
Okay.
In this generation, do you think the nation is ready to embrace leadership coaching, especially in this sharp generation now?
Well, is yes or no, because number one, I think that this generation, like the Gen Z generation and the kind of generation, I call it the Indomie noodle generation. Fast, quick.
Fast, quick.
You understand? Coca-Cola generation. You understand? All these sharp
things.
So, and to be honest with you, one way or the other is raising immature leaders. We need people who go through process. And I'm not saying process as hardship. You just need to learn some things. If you jump up, like our pastor will say, you will come down. If you grow up, you will not come down. So, and life is not a sprint, it's a marathon. So we keep running and keep learning. So I feel that this generation may not be ready for that kind of experience. And also, that is the solution to immature Christianity and immature leadership that we are having today. So I feel that they need to subscribe to that process, and then they can become better version of themselves and better leaders in every. But because of the technological advancement, we're also leveraging on that. That's why you see people going on online courses. Because nobody wants to come and sit in the university for 4 years.
Yes.
So they say 6-week courses, 2 month courses and all of that, but they will subject you to serious discipline to be able to go through it. So it's basically what is happening now.
Okay. So we're going to be rounding up with this, because I know you have been mentioning books that you've been writing. So I don't know, can you tell us about your books?
So I've written 2 books. The third one is coming out very soon.
Okay.
So I've written 2 books. So You Call Yourself a Leader. That's the title of the book. Okay. And then also the second one is Take the Lead, that is forwarded by Reverend Sam Adeyemi. So So You Call Yourself a Leader is a beginner's journey into leadership. whilst the take the lead is like the from after you have begun, how to now begin to use your leadership to make a difference. You know, that's what the take the lead is all about. So if you read, so you call yourself a leader, you have chapters like who are you, why are you here, you have are you responsible, what service are you producing, and then are you growing up. But if you read take the lead, which is like a you know, an advanced stage of so you call yourself a leader, you will see where it talks about discover, develop, and deploy. How to deploy your leadership potentials to make a difference. So it's a book that I would encourage people to read, and people have been giving testimonies about the book, how it has changed their leadership journey. And then the third one, by the grace of God, is called Supercharge Your Leadership. Moving from just making a difference to raising leaders. How you can raise leaders like yourself. So it's going to come out very soon, by the grace of God.
Thank you, Dr. Fadumiye.
Thank you so much.
I'm sure you'd give us a sneak peek into the next book.
Oh, definitely, I will do that now. That's
so,
needed.
Fans, I'm sure you enjoyed this session with my leadership doctor. In order for you to get more information, just ask questions on our comment sections and we'll respond to you if you want to get in touch with him. Join me as we look into another edition of Gist with Kaycee. Thank you.